Hello guys, welcome to part 2 of the Hazama Basics. In this video, I will cover about his how I came up, or rather how I learned his combos, his day 1 combos, or what I call the combos you do when you're starting with a certain character, a starter combo. So I will be discussing tips and guides how I handled learning these starter combos, and I will partake my knowledge and wisdom and my understanding to you guys so you guys can learn with me, and hopefully you like this character Hazama. Give me 1 sec. Had to take my braces out, retainers out. Okay, so here we go. Before anything else, I'm IPT.McArthur, aka Jello of Imperium Pro Team. We are an esports team in the Philippines, so if you guys are up to joining events in the Philippines, just check these schedule out in the left side, marked in this makeshift calendar. Okay, so without further ado, let's go. In my previous video, we've said that Hazama can convert from a lot of stuffs. So let's see how to do is some combos from the mid-screen and the corner. One thing you need to remember in the mid-screen is you need to chain your normals and make sure you land or you reach 3C and into stance. And when I say stance, it's this move. It's the down back D, or the 214 D. I like to call it down back for it to be understood easily, or a lot easier. There we go. Okay, so one thing you need to learn for the mid-screen, you need to reach 3C into stance. For the corner, you need to reach 3C into down forward D, or 236D, or down right there. And the combo extenders, I'll explain later in a bit. So for now, let's go to our first part. Mid-screen combos, as I've mentioned, you need to go to 3C. So example, you start with a poke. So there you go. Simple enough. You need to reach 3C. No matter what your starter is, you have to reach 3C. So from 3C, what do you do afterwards? So if you want every combo to hit or to connect, you can go the easy route, stance then A, and a little bit harder route, stance and forward B. Why is there a forward? Well, if there's no forward, Hazama is pretty bit farther away. If this is Hazama, he will be pretty bit farther away compared to with a forward. It's pretty much nearer. What it means basically is, if you have forward, you can combo afterwards. Without forward, you can't combo as easily. So let's begin. So once again, anything into 3C, then a stance A. Oh, no dash, sorry about that. So you can see, I'm whipping my combos. In the previous video, I've mentioned that you have to input stance A fast, so it can connect. Oh my god, why am I... There we go. So why is it not hitting? Okay, there we go. So you have to input it fast enough for it to hit. Okay, so my tip is, as you press 3C, before the animation of 3C ends, you input 214D into A as fast as you can. You can there we go. So while 3C animation is still ongoing, make sure to input stance A as fast as you can. It also helps if you push your enemy farther away. That's why I've mentioned that if the enemy is far, the usual thing to do is 214D then A or stance A. So will it be easier if the enemy is a little bit farther away? And make sure to fast that stance A as fast as you can. Mash it. Okay, so what happens if the enemy is near? For bigger damage, we go to the stance B route. Again, remember, you have to input 6-6 or forward or micro dash, as I call it, as people call it. Forward B after the stance. So as you can see, we weren't able to follow up. I wonder why is that. Okay, so in the last part we were able to hit it because I have discovered that you have to wait a bit for the 5A hit confirm to connect. Yep. There we go. So I have to wait until you see Hazama does that. Okay, so check the animation out. Okay, Hazama kicks in the air, and before he lands, he does that 1-2 step move in the ground. Make sure that Hazama's feet are both in the ground before you do 5A. That's your sign that you can input 5A already. And okay, also make sure to input the stance B as fast as you can also, so you can do the stance B move faster, allowing Hazama to recover to the ground while the enemy is still up in the air. Because if you do stance B, okay, so example, this is Hazama, right? If you do stance B late, the enemy will fall down to the air faster before Hazama can recover. However, if you do stance B as fast as you can or as early as you can, the enemy will still be in the air while Hazama can recover and do the 5A. Okay, also take note of the go-to air combo route I've written down below. Basically, this will be the main part of the combo you will do as Hazama. So after 5A, you input this air combo route. You can take out some part, like you can take out the first part. You can take the relaunch out. The 5C is basically a launch or a relaunch. So if you don't feel like doing the extra set of jump CCC, you can take that part. No biggie. Just as long as you get the idea that 5C, then jump CCC, then after that, air down back B is your go-to air combo route. Then you're good to go. So again, let's try to connect this mid-screen combo using the stance B route. Input 5A after Hazama's landed. If your 5A is not hitting on time, it must mean that you did not input stance B as fast as you can. So you gotta input it with confidence. There we go. And as you see, just like that, if you do those two components right, input the stance B as fast as you can, then wait a bit until Hazama's animation is done recovering, like his 2 feet are back on the ground. Then you can input 5A and then the combo out. So again, tips for this mid-screen combo: input the stance combos as fast as you can. After the 3C, of course, 3C is the key to everything. Wait for the animation to finish before you can land your 5A and air combo out. Like so. So yeah, you also get the idea of the air combo route. It's 5C into air, CCC, then air knockdown to 1-4B. So that's it for that part of the mid screen. What also can you do in the mid screen? Of course, your opponent will not just stand in front of you, right? Sometimes they will jump. So what will we do when the opponent is jumping? We've already shown the example of the 5A into the air combo route, so let's just show it here. Example, the enemy has jumped. Oops, sorry. Like so. That's the 5A. What about 5C? Okay. What about the 2C? Okay. What about the stance B? Okay, maybe. Oh, sorry about that. Yep. Works the same as before. Remember, these are your good anti-airs. 5A because it's so fast. 5C is generally the best of both worlds in the sense that it is fast and at the same time it does a strong damage. 2C on the other hand is the slowest among the three. However, it has invul, I believe. So, learn these 3 anti-air confirm combos. They all work around the same idea. Hit your anti-air, then go to your air combo route. Sometimes you have to super jump, sometimes normal jump will do, sometimes super jump has to be done, especially for the 2C, 5C. Okay. Also, as you've seen earlier, air combo routes, you can add a relaunch part there. So let's see if we can do it. Nope. Okay, so if you wanna learn it for yourself, basically what I just did was I just mashed C, you know. No timing needed. But I believe for the third relaunch, you have to do a certain timing, like delay the C's. I don't know how they do it. I just like to do this for the starter combos. You can learn it by yourself. For the really optimal advanced combos, you can learn it for yourself. But for now, for these starter combos, this air combo route will do. Ideas there: anti-air into 5C into air combo. Blah blah blah. What else do we have for mid-screen? Okay, so what happens if your starter is the stance? Because this is a good part of Hazama's offense. Like if the enemy is blocking, you can stance and overhead. Stance then, if they've respected your overhead, you can hit them with the low. The low does good damage, by the way. Okay, so here we go. So what happens if you hit them with the overhead stance, right? So we do the follow-up is poke or 5A or 2A, then it lead into 3C. Okay, we didn't combo there. Okay, we didn't combo again. Okay, it has to be crouching, I believe. Okay, got a poke. There we go. Oh, come on, dude. Come on. There we go. Okay. For the stance A, stance A, low poke. Oh, come on. Nope, didn't combo. Did combo. Ah, did combo again. Ah, come on. Okay, so you've seen us struggle. You've seen me struggle. So what are the tips for this? Okay, for one, input 2A as fast as you can after the overhead. Then if you can, go to 5B instead of 2B. Because it adds more hit stun. It adds more stun rather than 2B. There we go. Crouch A, standing B, 3C, sweet. So that's for the stance A. What about stance C? Stance C. As you can see, I wrote air combo route, so I gotta remember my script, man. Air combo route will work. It looks like it will work. It has to work. And it worked. Okay. Can you be a little bit more advanced? Yes, we can. Add, oh come on. Add 2C. Ah, oops. Okay, add 2C. Didn't really add that much damage. No damage again. Okay, there we go. So basically, stand C, air combo route, you're good to go. Can we do a relaunch? Yes, I believe. Oh no. Yes, once again, I just mashed it, man. No timing, whatever. Okay, so it works. We know it works. Okay, another tip also when you're doing the air combo route, make sure the 5C, it's 2 hits. Yep, it's 2 hits, I believe. Make sure to make the 5C hit 2 hits so you get the most damage out of it. Okay, so what else do we have? So as you see, there's a pattern going on, right? There's a pattern going on that our hit confirms land straight to the air combo route. How good is that? That Hazama has that certain part of the combo that you can memorize and apply to any or most starters that he has. Okay, so for more mid-screen stuff, obviously your opponent will not always stand in front of you. They will not always jump in front of you. They will not be always get hit by your overhead or your low. So what else do we have? We have forward grab, back grab, and guard break remaining. Forward grab is basically simple. Do the forward down forward move D. The snake grab, the snake bite, get backers as I call it. Yeah, get back, get back. What about the back grab? Okay, the back grab is kind of tricky. It's similar to stance dashing B. I prefer dashing C for a starter. There's a more optimal one, but for starter's sake, let's do this. So back grab. Nope, wrong combo. Back grab, stance, or oh, see? So there's a little bit. There we go. There we go. Okay, so how will we make this work? So if you're having a hard time, input the stance while the grab animation is still ongoing. Yes, it will register. So the hard part is the forward C, because you have to get the timing right. You don't. The technique is after the stance of the down back D move, then forward. You don't have to travel as far. Hazama doesn't have. See, when you do the stance, then you forward. Hazama will sort of like travel or sneak up on the enemy. You don't have to travel as far to release the C. You can just travel a little bit and release the C, like so. So if you apply it here, see, if you travel far, it will whiff. If you don't move, it will also whiff. So you have to get it right. There we go. And to the air combo route, everyone's favorite 5C jump C, and then jump to 1-4B. There we go. Yep. As long as we know what combos, man. Okay, so what else? The guard break. Yep. Forward AB move, or I'm sorry, just AB. Okay. So basically, if you guard break someone, you can do a lot of stuff. Oh no, you can't. Okay, anyway, you can do a lot of stuff. You can do your combo into 3C. You can do what else? Nope, you can do that. So basically, you want to start with a heavy hitting move to maximize the stun of your enemy. So what I've discovered as my starter combo is the stance C. Oops, but the enemy recovered in time. So what seems to be the problem? Well, what I've discovered is you have to input stance C as fast as you can. Remember earlier where we also input the stance moves as fast as we can? We do it here too. Oops, sorry. So guard break. Oops. Guard break. Stance. Oh, come on. No! There we go. Guard break, stance C. Make sure the two hits hit. There we go. Can we do relaunch off of it? I believe so. That's easy damage, guys. Easy damage for days. Oh yeah, will I do a tangent combos in this video? Okay, maybe one. So I can't do the advanced stuff because again this is a starter guide, the starter combo sets. So I guess after Hotenjin you can basically Hotenjin is this move by the way, the super kick. You can basically stance B or stance C into whatever or your starter. For the advanced stuff, just YouTube it by yourself. Oh come on. Gotta get the timing right. Target up. Oh, come on. Do it again. This isn't even part of the script, guys. Target stance. Then the air combo route. Yeah, I believe it should work. Target stance, move forward. Okay, come on. Target stance, move forward. Okay, whatever. You can do this. Okay. Okay, we can do this, guys. Come on. Target stance, move forward. He just did 5D. Okay, maybe we have to... We dash after that? Yeah, I think we have to dash after the stance move. There we go. Ah, yes! Yes! Okay, whatever. So if you want to do mid-screen Hotenjin combos, go in, make sure to lead to 3C, then Hotenjin. And then while the enemy's flying in the air, wait a bit, stance, dash, D. Oh, come on. Wait a bit, stance, D. Then you have to dash forward, then 5C to do the air combo route. Because if you don't dash forward, you can't follow up after the stance. D. There we go. Okay, so not part of the script, but you get the idea. Again, you're gonna use the air combo route anyway, so just incorporate it there. Okay, time for the bigger damage in the corner compared to the mid-screen. Basically, the key part in the corner is similar in the sense that we will also use or need 3C. The added part is the down forward D or the 2-3-6D. So what this does is after 3C you do it, it will add the wall bounce effect, enabling us to, guess what? Do the air combo route we've been doing over and over earlier. Yeah. No more dashes since you're already in the corner. Okay, so let's say you have a starter, you have a starting move. Press toe. So that's the easy version. Oh, by the way, when I write XX in the guides, XX means anything, any sort of starting move as long as you go to 3C. Then do the 360, then air combo route. So if you want additional air combos or an extension, we will use 6C, 5C, 6C for extensions. So why is this an extension? Because if the enemy is in air state, aka no. The enemy will be in air state after the 2-3-6, 3C, 2-3-6D, right? So why will we do the 5C, 6C? Because if the enemy is in an air state, if you hit them with 6C, they will be knocked down to the ground. And if they are knocked down to the ground, 5C can pick it up. Stuff you learn when you mess around with it. Anyway, so let's do this. Wall bounce, extender, air combo route. Okay, you can choose not to do the 2C like I did in the end. Doesn't matter. Extension, air combo up. We missed. Let's do this. Okay, so maybe we do need to add the 2C. Again, make sure to make the 5C hit twice. There we go. So again, our corner combo, anything into 3C, 360. Sometimes you have to dash a bit, and then after hitting the 5C, 6C, the enemy will be grounded. Then you have to dash, then pick them up with 5C, then 2C for the extended air launch. So combine them together, we get our corner combo. Okay. So the tricky part here is you will have to dash. You will have to dash in order for your extender, the 5C6C, and the relaunch, the 5C2C, to hit. So your starter is the anything into 3C into 2C6D. That's your starter. Your extender is 5C6C, and then your relaunch is your 5C2C. Starter, extender, relaunch, air combo, ender. Again, starter, extender, relaunch, air combo, ender. Oh. Okay, so as you will notice, this principle in the corner will work for other characters as well, in the sense that you have a starter that will set the extender in motion, and you have a relaunch, that ends in the ender. So remember you have to macro dash for your extender and macro dash for your relaunch. Starter, extender. Oh, come on. Oops, wrong one. Starter, extender, relaunch, ender. So, I believe that is it. Oh, okay. So, aside from the... Sorry, false alarm. Aside from the normal starters in the corner, you can also use the stance in a combo afterwards. Like, A works the same way, basically. If the enemy's crouching, you do the hit confirm with the 3C, that's basically it. But if you hit with this, you can, since you have your starter, right? Extender, oops. Your starter, extender, and then starter, and then, come on, oops, starter, wait a bit, extender, air combo ender. Again, starter, extend, oops, wait a bit, extender, relaunch, air combo ender, starter, extender, relaunch, air combo, starter, extender, relaunch, air combo, ender. There we go. Give ourselves a warm hand of applause for those stuffs. So for the advanced stuffs, you will need to incorporate the snake or the zip line or the D moves to add more damage to your combos, corner combos, missing combos, or whatever. So, but obviously that takes more time and more discussion on that. I will basically stop my Hazama discussion on this episode. For more advanced Hazama stuff, just search on YouTube for Japanese combo videos or the ones made by American players. I believe there's already enough. So, but I hope my explanation videos has helped you, and of course also helped me in learning Hazama and his combos, of course. So I guess that's it for today. I'm Angelo, or Jello, or IPT.McArthur from the Philippines. And if you're a Filipino and if you want to take part in our fighting game events, just check the schedule on the left side. On for the month of October 4 and 11, we will be having tournaments in Imperium. Just check out our Facebook page, the Imperium Bar, also our Twitter, for more details on such events. And October 25 to 26, we will be having a convention. We will be there. As well as November 15 to 16, we will also be having a convention. We will be there. And if you have any questions, just comment below in our Facebook page or in this YouTube video. If you have any suggestions, type it out as well. Share this to your friends. I hope that you guys learned a lot and enjoyed this video as much as I did enjoying and learning Hazama day 1, day 2, day 3. So that's it. I hope you guys have fun. Once again, I am IPT.McArthur. This is Imperium Clinic, where you can learn for free so you won't be free. This is Jello signing out. Goodbye.